If you go north out of West Lafayette on Salisbury, which is one of the major north-south thoroughfares through West Lafayette, it's the road that goes north out of West Lafayette, just next to the Payless on the west side, eventually turns into 50 West, named County Road. There is a new neighborhood that has been taking shape called Wiggins Farm, built by a local developer, Malakis. But in this last round of Area Plan Commission meeting reports that came out in this last month, another developer is going to develop just to the north of Wiggins Farms, and they have sought to rezone 12 acres of a 20-acre tract from R1 to R1C, and then they're going to put the conceptual site plan is that there are 47 residential lots. That plan is non-binding, but the interesting thing about R1C is that, let me pull up the definition for R1C. Single-family detached homes on smaller, narrower lots, minimum size of 4,400 square feet. R1B, the next up, is 6,000 square feet, and then I believe R1 somewhere in the 7s. If you think about the typical size of a home in square feet under roof, that kind of gives you an idea of what we're talking about. Let's say that a typical home is about 2,400 square feet. Obviously, some homes are larger, some homes are smaller. You can talk about McMansions and how huge they get. But a 1,200 square foot home with 2 stories would be about 2,400 square feet. But the 1,200 square feet is the actual area that the house takes up. Now that's depending on if you're counting in the garage or not. But basically about somewhere between about a quarter and a half. So a quarter to about a third of the actual property is taken up by house on a 4,400 square foot home when you're talking about a 1,200 square foot home. More housing coming to the area. 44 homes, lots is not necessarily huge in comparison to some of the numbers that we've been talking about lately. And lately we've been talking about numbers that include numbers like 1,100 homes being built just down the road total over time. So it's not giant, but it's not nothing either. And the fact that it is R1, that means smaller lot sizes. That can mean some slightly more compressed homes. It's not closer to each other. You still have to maintain distances that the fire prevention services say. But since the lots are smaller, you get more into the same square footage. But just more evidence that the development is just going to continue apace up here on the north side of West Lafayette. And indeed, here's the zoning map of where this is going to go. And you can kind of see right here on the left-hand side, this purple I-3 is where SK Hynix is going to go. Some of the 1,100 homes from Millbrook are up this way, and this is the new section here that's just, this is just north of Wiggins Farm. So Wiggins Farm is being built right here. It's got 15-ish homes built right now. And so another new neighborhood popping up here on the north side of West Lafayette. It is the next in line. It is not the last in line. We're going to see more and more over the next few years. And hopefully we're going to see more and more development to support those houses, because people need parks and they need performing arts centers and they need all of the amenities that make a great place to live. So if you want to keep up to date on that, or if you're interested in any of those homes that would be popping up, or you need to sell your home to get into one of these homes, go to the LafayetteReal.com/YouTube, fill out that form, and I'll get in touch with you to talk about all of your housing needs here in the Greater Lafayette area.